Welcome back to It Ain't Rocket Science. Every student who competes in the FIRST Robotics Championship on any level should absolutely be proud of what they've accomplished. Having said that, this is the FIRST Robotics Championship, so now the select few teams that can call themselves champions.
We started out with 600 teams in the FIRST Robotics Championship. All the students who came away with the trophy say that this moment was everything that they've worked for during the past 6 weeks.
Honestly, it's indescribable. I'm filled with excitement and joy, and I'm so proud of my team, and I'm so glad that we got to be here.
And after working tirelessly for weeks, the reward is greater than they could have imagined.
The team worked as hard as they could on it, and every day after school, it was just until midnight, 2 a.m., working as hard as we could.
The championship is set up in a best 2 out of 3 game format. Not only did it come down to Game 3, but that ended in a tie. A technicality cost the Blue Alliance the game and the championship.
I couldn't believe it whenever we won because, they were so good. It's just incredible we got to play against a group like that.
These 4 teams had to work together as one in order to get to this moment. They say their alliance showcased the best of each team.
All of our robots complemented each other. We had one that shot from the batter, one that shot far. We had our defense robot. They all worked out pretty well.
We felt really, really good about our alliance. We were the third pick, and we couldn't have asked for a better alliance to be on.
And for the parents, seeing their child's success play out on a stage like this is indescribable.
To have a moment to have this kind of victory is so unbelievable.
It may be hard to believe, but it's certainly something they will never forget. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Alex Stockwell.
And finally, FIRST has become so successful that next year there will actually be 2 World Robotics Championships. Our Bree Driscoll explains.
Just after the winners of this year's Robotics Championship are crowned, the leadership of the FIRST organization is already beginning to look towards next year.
So next year we're going to have 2 championships.
One will remain in St. Louis and the other will be held in Houston. Officials say the championship has gotten too big to fit in just one location. However, this raises the question, will there be 2 championship teams next year? Or will those 2 teams compete somehow to have one final champion?
I don't know how we're going to wrap up after next season, but not knowing is also exciting. It's open opportunity. We'll come up with something neat.
Just like the students on the field, the leaders are making decisions on the fly.
It's going to be complex. We don't know quite how that's all going to work yet, but we think it's going to be a wonderful progression in FIRST.
We are in the process of evaluating a lot of alternatives, and we may even evolve those alternatives. Next year might be different than the year after. One of the great things about FIRST is we're about innovation. We'll keep changing. We'll keep meeting the needs and optimizing the system till we can get FIRST available to every kid in the country and finally every kid on the planet.
While FIRST leaders say this is the best way to proceed into the future, students have their own opinions.
I think it's a bad idea because I think there's value to having one championship and that there's one definitive winner.
I think the separation of the championship into 2 different cities really allows more students to be able to come to the championship, and I think everyone should be able to have that hands-on experience.
I think it'll be better for us because it'll be closer to us, but I can see why they're doing it.
So whether there will be 1 champion or 2 next year is still up in the air. One thing that is certain is the organization is growing and expanding every year. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Bree Driscoll.
Well, that wraps up this episode of It Ain't Rocket Science. As always, to find more hands-on science, technology, engineering, and math opportunities in your community, head over to www.connectamillionminds.com. And until next time, it's been a blast.